So welcome everybody. This is Tuesday evening, 1st of December. I'd like you to sit in a nice comfortable position, either on your mat or on a bolster. It can also be on a small chair if you prefer. If you're on a chair, by the way, I had this question from a student last week. If you're on a chair, the knees should be wide. You should actually be sitting so that your legs are apart and your low back is free. So there's a nice curve in the low back, the waist is free, and the shoulders are relaxed. All right. For the moment, close your eyes and simply take some deep, slow breaths in and out of the nose. So we're just settling in to the evening, settling into our posture. And at the same time, we're just settling into how we might be feeling right now. And let's accepting what there is, accepting the sensations we might have right now and the thoughts we might be having right now. And this acceptance can bring us a type of peace and tranquility. When we fight against what there is, or when we struggle, it can create a sense of needing, a sense of attachment to something else. But here, if you just accept what there is right now, it can create a sense of bliss and calm and relaxation. So allow that to be just right now. Good. Now let's open our eyes. And we're going to do a nice easy breath exercise where we'll do some alternating breaths. And I want you to first take your thumb and close off your right nostril. So this is my right hand. If I were mirroring you, it would be like this. Okay, so you take your right hand and close off your right nostril. Close your eyes again and just breathe in and out of the left nostril. And we do about 5 breaths like this, in and out. And as you breathe this way, see if you can bring your attention just to the opening of the nostril and the sensation there as you breathe in and out. Notice the temperature of the air. One more deep breath in and out, and bring your hand down. Now notice the sensation in both nostrils, even in both sinuses, as you breathe in and out through both. And now we'll change. Take your 2 middle fingers of your right hand, so the middle and ring finger, and find the spot just below the bone and it's cartilage there. And you'll just gently close your left nostril. So you're still working with your right hand, cross it across the body, close off the left nostril, and you'll breathe in and out of the right nostril. Close your eyes. And again, come back to the sensation just around the opening of the nostril. Notice what's going on. Feel the temperature of the air. One more deep breath in and out. And bring your hand down. Breathe in and out through both nostrils. Just notice What happens with the nostrils, the sinuses? And now we'll do a few alternate breaths. Using again your right hand, bring the right arm across the front of the body. Close off your left nostril, just as we did before. Breathe in through your right nostril. Close off the right nostril with the thumb and open your left nostril, breathing out. Breathe in through your left nostril. Close off with the two middle fingers and breathe out through your right. Breathing in through the right. Close off, changing, breathing out through the left. Breathing in through the left. Close off and change, breathe out through the right. One more time each side. Breathe in. Close off and change, breathe out. Breathing in. Close off, change, breathing out. And bring your hand down. Now breathe in and out through both nostrils and just notice your sinuses, your nostrils, just how you're feeling and how the breath happens now in the body. Very good. Okay, let's get onto our mats and come onto your hands and knees, please. So your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. See if you can get the sensation of the hands dialing out. And as I've mentioned a couple of classes ago, when you dial out with the hands, be sure you're not forcing too much. There's a sweet spot where you're dialing out just enough to get the muscles engaged, but not too much that you're pushing too much into the elbows or the shoulders. So let's take a deep breath in, curl the spine, look skyward. And as you breathe out, round your spine, look to your belly button. And again, we'll breathe in and we'll curl, looking skyward. And breathe out and round, look to your belly button. One more time, let's breathe in and curl. And breathing out, rounding, look to the belly button. Come back to a flat back. Now we're going to do some interesting twists. And I want you to make sure that on either side of your mat, you have space. So bring your right leg out to your right, bringing the foot down to the floor. So it's kind of out to the side and the foot is down. Here, I want you to raise your right elbow, lifting up, stretch it up to the sky. And then as you breathe out, I want you to bring your right arm under your body and you'll twist looking to your left. And again, we're going to breathe in, we'll raise the right elbow and stretch it up to the sky. And then we'll breathe out and we'll twist, leave it under the body. One more time, breathing in, raise it up to the sky. Breathe out and twist, and we'll hold the twist. Turning your head looking to the left. You can bring your head down to the floor. Staying here, take a few deep breaths. Notice the sensation in your right leg out to the side as well. Push now against your hand to come up. Pushing against the floor, lift your body up and hands onto the hips. Your right leg is still stretched out towards the right. Bring your right hand down towards the right knee. Left arm rises up and we'll lean to our right. Go over towards the right foot. Take a few deep breaths here. The knee can be soft if you feel too much in the knee. One more deep breath in. Coming back. Bring your hands back down underneath your shoulders. And raise your right leg, swinging it around behind you. Stretch the leg far behind you. The toe can be pointed. Lift your chin, lift the leg higher, and breathe out. Bring the knee underneath. Breathing in, lift the leg higher, stretch it up. Breathing out, bring it underneath towards the nose. One more time, let's stretch the leg as high as possible. Lift the chin. Bring the knee underneath, knee to nose. And let's bring the knee back down to the floor. Now staying here, I want you to move your hips back towards your heels to the right and then forward again. We draw a circle with our hips. Go back to the left heel now, right heel, and come forward. Let's go again. Left heel, right heel, come forward, and one more time. Let's go back to the left heel, right heel, and back into the tabletop position. We'll do the other side. Stretch your left leg out to the side. The foot is flat on the floor. Raise your left arm up to the sky, and you'll twist open. If you want, stretch the arm straight. And then we'll bring the hand underneath the body and twist. Head goes to the right. Yes. Let's go again. Breathing in, rise up, stretching the arm to the sky. And breathe out, twist. Weave it under. Good. One more time. Raise it up, stretching and opening. And breathe out, we weave it under the body. Hold it here for a few deep breaths. Gently breathing in and out. Soften that left knee if it's too much. And let's push against the floor, coming back up onto all fours. Push off the floor to rise up. This is called gate pose. The left leg is stretched out to the side. Bring your left hand to the knee. Right arm comes up this time. And we'll stretch over to the left leg, really opening up the side of the body. And you should feel a stretching as well on the inner thigh of the left leg. Knee is soft if you need it to be. Coming back up and releasing. Bringing your hands back down underneath your shoulders. Raise your left leg and swing it around behind you. Pointing the toes, stretch the leg as much as possible. Lift the chin and breathe out. Bring the knee and nose together. This is the tiger, raising the leg up behind you. Lift the chin and breathing out. Knee and nose come together. One more time. Let's lift and breathing out. Bring it under. Bring the knee back down. And we're going to be doing that circle with the hips again. This time, go to the right heel with the hips. Go back and around and forward. Hips go to the right heel, then towards the left, back around forward, and just be expressive with this. Kind of let your body go back and then forward again. Dialing gently out with the hands. Walk your knees back. Let's tuck our toes under and take our downward facing dog pose. Then the right knee and the left and the right and the left. And just sort of work out your feet, your knees, your hips. Find those positions, find those joints that need to be oiled. Let yourself move. All right, stretching both legs as straight as possible. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, bend your knees, lifting your heels, tilt your hips up, pushing the hips back so you get an engagement into the thighs. Take another deep breath in here. And breathe out, straightening your legs. Let the heels come down as far as possible. Gently begin stepping your feet forward until you reach the front edge of your mat. And once you're there, knees soft, feet hip width, dial out with the feet. Grab your elbows and let yourself just float over your legs. Swaying from side to side. Allow the low back just to release and let go. The hips, the upper back, the neck and shoulders. Coming back to center, let your arms drop and let's roll the right and left shoulders. And then turning your head from right to left for a little no. And then we'll go up and down for a little yes. Let's bring our hands to our hips, elbows up. Bend your knees low. Lift your chin first. Chest follows. And let's rise all the way to a standing position. Once you're in standing position, be sure you're dialing your feet out. Lift through your chest, shoulders back, chin parallel to the floor. Release your arms by your sides. Now let's raise the arms. Clasp your left wrist and stretch over towards your right. So you should feel the whole side of the body lifting up and stretching to the side. That's it. Take some deep breaths here. Allow the chest to lift. Be sure your knees are soft, but your legs are strong. Another deep breath in. Rise back up to standing. Opening the arms, let's clasp our hands together behind us and stretch the arms as straight as possible. Lift the chin and go back if you wish. Holding for a few deep breaths in and out. Roll those shoulders back behind you. One more deep breath in. And releasing. Stretch your arms by your sides. Find that perfect posture. Raise the arms and let's take the right wrist up and over to your left. Feet are dialing out. And Monique, as this is your first class in a long time, we have a new concept. It's that the feet and hands, when you put weight on your feet or your hands, you dial outwards. It's an energetic dialing. It's an energetic movement. So to either side. All right, everyone, rise back up to standing. Good. Open your arms again. This time we clasp our hands together, but watch, we're gonna make a fist and press it into the sacrum, which is at the very low part of the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades so your elbows go behind you. Push the sacrum forward, which gets the hips to move forward. And again, open the chest and lift your chin a bit. Take a few deep breaths here, but really press into that sacrum, into the low, low back. One more deep breath in. Looking forward, let's release and bring the arms stretched by your sides. Hands to your heart center. So in the warm-up of the evenings, we do things a little bit differently. I don't do the power yoga sun salutation. This is kind of a smoother, slower warm-up. So take your time with it. Hands to your heart center. We're going to bend our knees and come into a small chair position. Raise your right leg up. Tilt your hips back. Lift and open the chest. The hips go back. The legs are strong. Set your gaze at a point out in front of you. Stretch your arms by your sides now and send the right leg back, keeping your left knee bent. Point the toes. Make it a strong position before you gently bring your right foot down. Hands come to your hips. The back heel is lifted, the back knee is bent. Raise your arms as you bend down lower into like a lunge position. And as you breathe out, rise back up, hands come to your heart center. So we'll do that again. Breathing in, raise the arms, bending down into a deep lunge. Breathing out, hands come to the heart center. Breathing in, raise the arms to a lunge. Breathing out, hands to the heart center. One more time. Breathing in, raise the arms. Breathing out, hands to the heart center. Good. Spin your right heel down so you come into a warrior two position with the legs. Not as wide as usual. Raise the arms up. Stretch the legs straight, reach to the sky. And bring the arms wide, bending the left knee. Let's do it again. Breathing in, reach. Breathing out, bending. Breathing in, reaching. Breathing out, bending. One more time. Breathe in, reach to the sky, stretch the legs. Breathing out, bending. Good. Bring both arms down to the floor and step back to a crouching cat. So feet are hip width, hands shoulder width. Tilt your hips up, bending your knees. We're going to rock forward and back, forward and back. Hips are tilting up, rocking forward, back. One more time, forward and back. Looking to your hands, take some big steps forward. Feet at hip width, dialing the feet out. Hands to your hips, elbows up. Lift your chin, chest, come all the way to standing and stretch your arms by your sides. Good, good. Hands come to your heart center again. Get into that half chair position. Hips go back, just half chair. Raise your left knee. Hold it here. Hips tilting back, lifting the chest, belly lifted. Set your gaze at one point. Take another deep breath in, and then stretch your arms by your sides. Stretch the left leg behind you, staying in that half chair with the right leg. Point the toes of the left leg, both legs strong. Set your gaze out in front of you, arms stretched behind you. Hold it 3, 2, 1. Bring the left foot down gently behind you, hands to your hips. So you get into that lunge position. Bend down lower, bending both knees, raise the arms up, and hands come to the heart center as you stretch back up again with the legs. Let's go. Breathing in, raise the arms in that lunge position. Breathing out, hands to the heart center. And again, breathing in, lunge and raise the arms. Breathing out, hands come to the heart center. Looking good. One more time, breathing in, lunge. Breathing out, hands to the heart center. Set your left heel down. So you're in a shortened warrior 2 position. Stretch the arms out. Right arm out, left arm behind you. Breathing in, stretch the arms, stretch the legs. Breathing out, sink back down. Warrior 2. Breathing in, you lift the arms, stretch both legs. Breathing out, sink back down. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out, you sink back down. Raise your left arm, bring the hands down, and you take that crouching cat position as we did before. So it's not quite a down dog. It's a shortened distance between your hands and your feet. Your knees are bent. Your hips are tilting up. Just here, rather than rocking forward and back, I want you to bounce with your knees. So the hips go up and down. Wonderful warm up for the hips, for the knees, for the ankles and the feet. Now twist both heels to your left. The heels go to the left, toes to the right, and bounce again. We come back to center, twist both heels to your right, and bounce again. Knees are bending. Good. Come back to center. We'll look to our hands and take those big steps forward till you reach the front edge of your mat. Toes open, knees bending, lift and open the chest to a halfway lift. Keeping this bent position with your knees, bring your hands to the outsides of your calves. Push inwards against your calves, and you're going to resist outwards with your knees. So the knees don't actually move because there's that resistance here, but also resistance with the knees and the thighs. Lengthen out. The chest is nicely lifted, so you're not too forward. You're not falling forward in this position. You should be lifted in the chest. Low back is curved. So hold it for 3 more breaths. Should be quite strong in the legs and the hips. 2 more breaths. Last one. And we come all the way up to a standing position. Refine that perfect posture. Okay? Release your arms. Now, let's take the strap. If you've got a strap or a belt, whatever you have, if you have a long belt, fold it in half, all right? So it's not too long. And what we're going to do is we'll measure out the length of our shoulders. So the shoulders, if you were to draw a line straight from the shoulder down to the hand, they would be parallel and your hands would be on the strap, pulling the strap nice and tight, okay? You could even measure it up by bringing your hands up to your shoulders. That should be the width of your hands on the belt or on the strap. So we're going to raise both arms up over the head. You'll lift your chest and we'll lean to our right, keeping that perfect posture, legs strong, feet dialed out. Lean to the right and hold for a moment. Now staying here, I want you to place all the weight on your left foot and stretch your right leg out to the side, pointing the toe. Get really long and expansive. So from the front, you're leaning out, pointing the toe and holding. If possible, see if you can lift the toe up off the floor and hold that position. 3, good, Catherine. Go on over. 2, looking good. Excellent, Monique. 1, and come back up to standing. Bring the arms down and roll your shoulders. Just relax. Whew. Good job. And we'll do the other side. So you'll lean to your left this time. Both feet dialing out. So if I were facing you, you're leaning out to your left. And you'll point your left toe out to the side. Hold it there. Pull the belly in. See if you can lift the left foot off the ground. Holding it, good, 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 good. Pull the belly in, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Coming back, bring the arms down and roll your shoulders. So a lot of this work is skillful movement, and it's really going to help you to refine a good posture, as well as refining some of those deep muscles. Raise the arms once again. We'll lift the right leg. Now we did part of this in our warm-up. I want you to keep the arms stretching on the, stretching straight up over the head as much as possible, and stretch your right leg back behind you. Keep the chest lifted for the moment. Lift your eyes. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to lean forward. Bring the arms out in front of you, lifting the leg behind you. Bend your standing leg so you're strong in the standing leg. And again, hold it here. 3, belly in. 2, 1. Bring the right leg as far behind you as possible. And open up into a warrior 2 position with your legs. Now you're going to open your arms as wide as possible on the strap. And you'll bend your left arm, right arm straightens, look behind you. Okay, so your left arm bends, the strap almost touches your back, right arm behind you, and you look to your right. Then we're going to change. We'll bring the left arm stretched out in front of us, right arm behind, bent, and you'll bend your right knee, left leg straight. Okay, and we'll switch again. Switch, right arm straightens, left arm bends, look behind you. Switch again. Left arm straight, right arm bent, right knee bent behind you, left leg straight. One more time each side. Leaning forward, and then again back. Whew. Good, now from here, we'll straighten both legs and turn both feet to the right-hand side of your mat. You're holding your strap. I want you to bring it as low as possible behind you and see if you can get it shoulder width again on your strap. So from behind, I've brought my hands in on the strap, shoulder width. Feet parallel. Lift and open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades and go back as far as possible. Hold for a few breaths. In and out through the nose. Arms are straight and strong, legs are straight and strong. Looking forward, dialing your feet out, lean forward and wrap your arms up over your head as far as possible, keeping the strap. Hold it here. Let your head and neck rest forward. Let gravity pull down the head. And you can also let go of any worries, any concerns. Let gravity take care of it now. Lift your chin, bring your arms back down, lifting up the chest. Here, we're going to set the strap down. We'll use it again later. Turn your toes outwards, heels inwards. I want you to sink down into a deep open squat. Hips go back, so there's curve in your back. From the side, it's like a squat where the hips go backwards, okay? Please don't tuck your hips under. Keep them back. Toes are open. And I want you to bring your arms out in front of you. Stretch them out in front. When we sink down, go down lower. As we come up, open the arms. So here we go. Let's sink down lower, palms together. Coming up, open. Sinking down, palms together. Coming up, open. Good, 3 more. Sink down. Coming up. 2 more. Last one, and stay down, of course. We're going to stay down, lift the chest, belly in. Now raise the arms up over the head, holding 3. Sink down low, keep strong. 2. 1. Releasing, straighten your legs. Hands to your hips. Good job. Turn your right foot diagonally forward for the warrior position in the legs. Left foot pointing straight forward. If you need to, you can always scoot your feet a little bit closer to you. Right arm comes up. Left arm comes down. And we reach behind us, see if you can grab the hands. If you cannot grab your hands, you can use your belt or your strap, placing it in the right hand, and the left hand grabs the strap, okay? Choose for you because you have your strap nearby. Choose what's best. Turn your hips forward. Take a deep breath in and fold over your left leg. Go down as low as possible. The knee is soft. Take deep breaths here, looking at the floor or at your foot. One more deep breath in. Bring your right hand down. Release the left arm down. We're going to reach it forward, left arm, and then up to the sky for a twisting triangle. Keep your left knee soft. Open your left arm to the sky, reaching. 3, 2, 1. Bring the left hand down to the floor and step your right foot forward. So you get into a deep forward bend. Grab your ankles and gently pull yourself down. Please have the knees soft. This is important for the low back. Gently pull yourself down, relaxing the head and neck. Again, just letting gravity take care of anything that you don't want in your mind. Just let it go. If your strap is nearby, take it, bending your knees. Push against your thighs to help yourself to roll up gently to standing. I usually don't like to do these rounded back positions, but As we're pushing against our thighs with our hands, it's going to help us to get out without straining the back. Okay, let's get ready for the other side. Folding your strap in half, hands at shoulder width on the strap. All right, good. Let's raise our arms up, lifting the chest. Stretch your left leg behind you this time. Keep everything lifted as you lift the left leg up off the floor. So you should feel it, strong glute work, keeping the belly in. Lift the chest, lift the arms. 3, 2, 1. Begin leaning forward, hands still on the strap. Excellent, skillful movement. Raise the leg behind you. You can set your gaze out in front or on the floor in front of you. Keep the standing leg soft. 2, 1. Bring the left leg as far back behind you as possible. As far back as possible. Good. Excellent. Turn the left foot out a little bit. Raise the arms and open the arms wider on the strap. Okay. Bring the strap behind the head, and we'll start with the warrior 2 position. And we're going to actually stretch our left arm back behind us, bend the right knee, and you look to the left hand. Then we sink the hips back, we bend the left knee, right leg straightens, and you reach your right arm out in front of you. Look to your right hand. And we switch. Bend the right knee, stretch your left arm behind you, look to the left hand. And switch. Right arm out in front, bend your left knee. And again, switch. Left arm straight. Last one, switch. Right arm straight. Stretching both legs straight. Bring the strap behind you. As the hands are wide, it should be pretty easy. And then bring your hands shoulder width. Feet pointing in the same direction to the left-hand side of your mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades, stretch your arms behind you, and lift your chin, going backwards. Keep the legs strong, keep the belly lifted. And you can dial your legs out to keep the legs strong, dialing out the feet. 3, 2, 1. Let's lean forward, raising the arms up over the shoulders as far as possible, legs straight. Let your head rest and neck rest, being pulled down by gravity. Get the arms folding over your head, holding here. Deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Lift your chin. Bring your hands down to your hips. Rise all the way up to standing. Bring the strap down by the front edge of your mat on the left-hand side this time, so you can grab it if you need it. Turn your toes out, knees pointing out, arms stretched out in front of you. Bend your knees down low. Okay. This time, as we straighten the legs, pull the elbows back so you squeeze your shoulder blades together, and it's kind of a half cactus position. Stretch the arms out as you sink down into the squat. Hips are back. Pull back, cactus, and stretch the arms straight, sinking down. 3 more times. Pulling back as the legs straighten, stretching back out. 2 more. Squeeze the shoulder blades, elbows up. 1 more. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Arms stretched out. This time, raise the arms up. Staying in the squat, let's bring our elbows down into a real cactus and hold. Squeeze those shoulder blades, lift the chin, sinking down low. 3, 2, and 1. Hands come to the hips, stretch the legs straight. Turn your left foot diagonally inwards, right foot to the front. Left arm comes up to the sky and behind the head. Right arm goes down towards the floor and behind reaches up to the hands. Use your strap. Use your strap if you can't grab your hands. Looking good, good. Take a deep breath in and breathe out, fold over the right leg. Down as low as possible. You're either looking at the foot or towards the knee. Swing that right hip back. Hold and breathe here. 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes down to the floor. You could also use a pillow here if you need to. The right arm comes down gently. Then you reach the right arm out in front of you so you get into a full twist and open the right arm to the sky. Look to your right hand. The front knee is soft. Soften it out. That's it. Deep breathing, looking to the right hand. 3, 2, good job, everybody. Stay with it. One more deep breath in. 1, bring the hand down. Place the strap to the side. Hands come completely to the floor, and we're going to step back to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet, right and left to release and to let go. Now move the hips forward and into a plank position, please. Take deep breaths in the plank position. You really want to flatten out the belly here. Pull the belly button inwards and upwards. Lift your chin so you look slightly forwards. Staying for 3 more breaths. 2 and 1. Lower the knees down. Lower yourself down to the floor and place your elbows underneath your shoulders. Lift up through the chest, palms together. Push your shoulder blades towards each other, lifting your chin. Sphinx pose. We hold here for a moment. It's a bit of a passive back bend, so be careful of the back. If you're starting to feel some compression, maybe you want to come down a little bit and push your tailbone away from you. You can push the tailbone more towards the heel, and it's going to help the low back to decompress. One more deep breath in. And we come on down by opening the elbows, hands underneath the forehead. Move your hips from side to side to let go. Raise your head. Bring your hands off your mat, fingertips on the floor, palms up. So you're spidering your hands. Elbows come up a bit, and you lift a little bit your chest. Open the legs, and I want you to raise both legs up. If it's too much, just raise one leg. Stay for 2 breaths and then raise the other leg. But if this is okay, I want you to stay here for 4 more breaths. Come on down, hands under the forehead, and again, move your hips from side to side to relax and let go. This time, lifting the head again, open your legs, bend your knees, and get your heels to touch each other, feet flexed, toes pointing outwards. Bring the hands back down into that spidering position, elbows up. And we're going to raise the thighs up off the floor. So as much as possible, get your knees up. And this is like a parachute position, but you're supporting the upper body. Stay here, squeezing the glutes as tightly as possible. Knees are wide. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Whew. Hands under the forehead. Move the hips from side to side to relax and let go. I want you to get into a position where you're facing me. So you're going to stretch your lower arm out and you'll turn onto your side so you're facing me. Bending both knees underneath, okay? You'll slide your lower arm out in front of you. So you're supported on your lower arm and your knees are bent. Got that? The upper arm is going to come to the back of the head. Keeping the knees bent here, we're just going to do a gentle lift as far as possible with the head and shoulders up. And then come back down. So we're just getting the side body prepared. Do it again. Lift, head, and a little bit the chest, and then come back down. All right. Straighten your top leg, toes pointed. Take a deep breath in. Now you'll push against the floor with your lower arm, and you'll rise up, bringing the elbow and knee towards each other. Breathing in, stretch back out. Breathing out, rise up. Knee and elbow come in. Breathing in, stretch back out. And again, breathing out, rise, elbow and knee. Breathing in, stretch it back out. 2 more times. Breathing out. Breathing in. Once more. Breathe out. And breathe in. Now, if you're feeling good and you want to go farther, stretch both legs out. Feet up off the floor. If it was already a lot, you can bring the lower leg back down again. Let's take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Bend both knees, elbows to the knees. Stretch the legs back out. And again, breathing out. Knees and elbow come together. Stretch them back out. 3 more. Breathe out. Pull it in. Breathe in. Stretch them out. 2 more. Here we go for the last one. Whew. Stretch it back out. Bring the legs back down and roll back onto your tummy. Ay, ay, ay. Move your hips from side to side. Elbows come underneath the shoulders, palms together. Press into the floor with your knees and lift your hips up off the floor, belly in. If this is easy, you want to go farther, tuck your toes under and lift your knees off the floor as well. You're in a low plank. Hold the position. 5, 4, belly is flat as much as possible. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees back down. Bring your belly back down. Move the hips from side to side. And we're going to change sides. So either you roll onto your opposite side with the opposite arm underneath, or you do like me, you push up onto your hands and knees, and you'll switch your legs so that you're on the opposite side facing me, okay? Choose whichever you want to do, but you're doing the other side for the oblique workout. Your lower arm is stretched out in front of you. Your knees are bent. Bring that hand behind the head. And we're going to start out just by lifting up a little bit the head and shoulders and come back down. So you should already feel that contraction down the side of the body. Lift the head and shoulders just a little bit and then come on back down. Now we'll stretch the top leg. Point the toes, get everything long and stretched out. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, knee and elbow come together. You're pushing a little bit into the floor with the arms stretched out. Let's do it again. Breathe out, elbow and knee. Breathing in, stretch them back out. 3 more times. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you stretch the leg. 2 more. And here comes the last one. Woohoo, good. Stretch both legs now. Feet are almost touching, legs up off the floor. If it's too much to do this, you can do it with the lower leg on the floor. Here we go, 5 times. Breathe out and lift. Stretch back out. 4, 3. Stay with it, stay with it. 2. All right, here's the last one. Woo! Good job. Everybody come down. This time, let's just roll onto our backs. Lifting the feet up, knees Come up, feet come up to the sky, taking a happy baby pose, either grabbing onto the ankles or the bottoms of the feet, and you'll rock gently from side to side. From here, feet come down, elbows into the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades tight, lift the hips up, lengthening out the neck. Hold just for a short release of the belly as we lift the hips up in bridge pose. Then raise your arms up over your head, reaching behind you. Lower the back one vertebra at a time. Very, very slowly. Lower the spine to the floor. And once you're all the way down, bring your arms by your sides. Let your knees fall to the right and turn your head to the left for a spinal twist. You can stack your left leg on top of your right. Lifting your left knee, right knee follows. Allow the knees now to fall to your left, stacking the right leg on the left. Turn your head to the right. Taking deep, slow breaths. Just allow the back to twist. The hips and the shoulders get stretched out here as well. Lift one knee at a time. Then stretching your legs onto the floor. Take your hands, place them on your belly. Closing your eyes. Begin taking deep, slow breaths in and out of the belly. At your next breath in, imagine you're breathing in peace and tranquility. And as you breathe out, you're sending tranquility to all those around you. And at your next few breaths, imagine breathing in courage. And as you breathe out, send courage to everyone around you. And finally, with your last deep breaths in Shavasana, imagine breathing in acceptance. accepting all that there is right now. And as you breathe out, send this acceptance to others around you. Bringing yourself back. Become aware of your position on the floor. And begin moving your fingers and your toes. Raise your arms up over your head and stretch from fingers to toes. That's right. And lifting your knees up to your chest, squeeze your knees against your chest. Lift your head, bring your nose between your knees, and lower it down gently. Stretching your right arm to your right ear, rolling all the way to your right hand side. And when you're ready, lift up from the side and come to a seated position. Good. That's right. Nice. When you're ready, let's rub the hands together, heating up the hands, raising the energy in the hands. And bring your hands over your face, gently tapping around the eyes, shaking out. And let's rub our hands again. And as some of you know, I've gotten into giving self-hugs because we all need more hugs. We're not getting enough, not far enough. So rub the hands together, bring your arms around you and give yourself a big self-hug. Pat your back if you want, or squeeze the shoulder blades. And then you can bring your hands over your face again, shaking your hands out. Let's bring our hands into Namaskara. And I wish you all and all of your loved ones a lovely evening. Namaste. Well done.